most of the customers are currently prioritizing the business continuity and also digitization need, largely to meet when the physical worlds are very restricted currently. Okay, so we are seeing a great improvement in the engagement and traction every month. Month on month, we are progressing currently. From post-COVID, I would say call it as a month of April. Okay, so very happy to say that we had one of the good 2 months, April and May. Looking forward, even in the current scenario, we have almost posted a growth of around 3% over the previous year. The focus is actually going to be around the protection and optimization, transformation of the data. That's what I think the whole scenario is going to be currently.
Being the solution provider for 100 plus brand across BFSI and ITS and manufacturing verticals, our internal process were already in line with remote working. Yes, we did get impacted when the physical movement of goods got restricted, as 40% of our business still remains to be hardware. We are actually training our sales team currently largely to address the remote selling, which are hardly the need of earlier situation. We have actually reimagined iValue, our process, our space in the market, and our customers, including partners, OEMs. We have taken very different initiatives to address and meet all the needs of stakeholders.
The time is very uncertain. Our services to the stakeholders, like partners largely and customers. Okay, we are actually internal process completely ready and on with remote working. So there is no restriction. Restriction comes only when there is some problem when we try moving goods, especially in the some zones which are not accessible to us. So I think otherwise we were completely ready. And none of the services, especially I would say, were blocked to the customers, to the stakeholders largely. That's number one. And number two is that we do support and deliver services to customers and partners. Today's world, I think remote delivery of services is being enabled and accepted across the ecosystem. So even delivering the remote services support to the customer or to the partner, I don't think we had challenges, especially with the partners and customers who are not used to be working in such scenario, especially few of the partners. I would say again, maybe few of the partners from tier 1 and tier 2 cities. Okay, so they were not digitally ready to work from home or remote, especially their back-end process and supporting staff. Yes, the challenges were around receivables, I would say, because certain functions of the partners were restricted for a physical work. Yes, there were delays. There are delays, I would say, continue to be. Okay, especially on the receivable side. Did OEMs support? I would always say that on a request on selective opportunity basis, there are credit extensions which is being done. We are working with them for the further challenges which is coming up. So that's one of the support, I would say. And number two is that they actually join hands in a lot of enablement session which we have done for especially internal staff and also for a lot of partner enabled sessions. We've actually conducted a lot of enablement sessions focusing on certain technologies, focusing on certain solutions, upskilling, especially on the new solutions which we have launched. So they have OEMs have really helped us in such activities. Some permanent disruption which has happened during the COVID and post-COVID, the effect of that would continue. Largely, the very large industries, especially on the IT side, have already announced. A few of them are thinking about it seriously of getting certain sector of people or a department working from home. So I think that is going to be the norm of post-COVID era. If we have to divide it into two sectors, two time spans rather, I would say. So that is one, and the large investment is going to come around the business continuity. How to keep the business running, even in spite of having scenarios like what we have gone through, or maybe something which is uncertain currently. It may not improve for a longer time. So I think a lot of investment would continue on connectivity, working from home, secured working from home, and things like that. I think that's something at end customer level. We've been growing at 3x of the market actually from past 11 years. We did close PE funding last financial year. Actually, this is what would help us be very strong financially. The plan was to grow 4x time and beat the market growth. Hopefully, we should be able to achieve that even in the current scenario. Looking forward for that. Yeah. So after the investment which has come in, the balance sheet has been pretty strong financially, and also we've been upgrading our credit rating continuously to have and avail better status with respect to credit. Okay, that's one. And number two is to adopt the right scenario. Maybe we were slightly alert, I would say, that we did some kind of sit back and thinking process. Last year, post investment which has come in, we did put some blueprint for our growth for next 5 years. I think that would have helped us in the right time currently. Certain actions which we had initiated last year would have surely resulted us in a better position to face the current scenario. Okay, one of adoptions we have done is largely improving service capabilities to offer services to partners on solutions which we sell. So we did decent investment in this area. I think that is really going to help us stable our position in the current scenario. Work from home is a new norm in the industry. I think IT industry has adopted it pretty fast and quick, and few of the industry which is related to IT is also adopting, and then a few industry is also following this trend of work from home. Work from home has become a very critical need and ask for the current scenario. The most critical requirement in the work from home situation is one is connectivity. Okay, number two is availability, and number three is security. We all of us are reading in all the media possible in the recent time, for whatever the reason it could be, kind of a cyber attacks on all sector, irrespective of sector, has drastically increased. Okay, so undoubtedly the work from home is a new norm. Okay, and cyber risk also need to be taken care as a new norm. Okay, may not be as earlier. We were protecting the offices, and people inside the offices are well protected because the devices are inside. Okay, it is no more. They're working from the forte which you have created. There is a huge investment which you have created to build that office network. Okay, so it is not going to be so anymore. So thinking of all this, we actually have thought of you know, three segments, rather I would say, that we have divided into three segments, largely to look at the protection of network protection, okay, and also a security. Keeping that in mind is defense in depth, okay, and when you work on an independent network, which is at home, you need to protect the device, irrespective of whatever it is. It could be a mobile which is accessing the application which is inside the office, or it could be a laptop or any computer device which you're working in. So we have divided into network protection, defense in depth, okay, and endpoint protection. So what we have done is that we have picked and chosen certain solutions and bundled them together under these three segments. So the customer is looking out for, or a partner who's looking out for a kind of network protection, or a partner who's looking out for a endpoint protection. So it is very modular. He can pick and choose the product which he needs. I just throw a price just for the sake of interest. The solution bundle will start as low as $20 currently. So that's the workaround which we have done with a mix and match of brand and solutions to offer a right a bundle of solutions. It's very modular. I repeat again, okay. And with respect to the requirement, customers and partners can choose any one of them. And commercially, it has been worked out very, very efficiently. Our focus in data network and application protection, optimization, and management actually have been the right strategy. We are able to be part of digital journey of most of the segment of the customers with whom we participate. Yeah, so this strategy actually has enabled us to be ahead of customers' adoption of life cycle of technology adoption, I would say. This strategy of focusing into DNA segment actually has given us a growth of 30-35% year on year. So that's number one. Okay. Such areas in which we are participating currently is very, very relevant even to the current scenario. I would say in the current scenario like COVID challenge which we are facing, it is very, very relevant. Every customer is currently looking at digitization and automation of every process which he is adopting. He is looking at that, how do I automate certain process in the organization so that a physical need of a person is not required at any given time. I think as I mentioned earlier, as the planning which we have done and adopted, a kind of a blueprint post our investment, and certain initiative which we have taken has actually put us ahead of the current requirement, and certain initiatives which we have taken internally to onboard certain OEMs, especially related to certain technologies, okay, has actually helped us a lot. So that's one part of the earlier digitization story and the current digitization story. There might be a shift actually, which is coming out from the customers. So I would say that we were apt and ready to take the digitization journey ahead.